Today on Growing Crazy with Jeanette, we're going to look into information about a plant called baby's tears. So we'll look at everybody else too and see how they're doing. But here we go. Hi, welcome to another episode of Growing Crazy with Jeanette. I'm Jeanette, and I'm crazy. It's been a while. I took a little bit of a break, but I missed you all, and I have to show you how well everyone is doing. So why don't we get to it? Here we go. First things first, we're going to look at this one. This plant right here is called baby's tears. And it's often nicknamed baby tears pilea. It's actually different from true baby's tears. It comes from Central and South America, where it grows as a weeping ground cover in warm, humid forests. Each leaf is less than a half-inch across, creating a soft, dense mat of greenery that trails beautifully. Its small size and love of humidity make it popular in enclosed terrariums or fairy gardens. It quickly trails over pot edges, making it excellent for hanging baskets or as a lush skirt around taller plants. Ooh, that would be pretty. You could base that on the bottom of a bonsai, and that would look really pretty to have that there. It takes indirect light, bright indirect light, and it says it tolerates some lower light but will grow leggy and sparse if it doesn't get enough. It doesn't like drying out completely. It loves humidity, so I have been using a humidifier because my bonsai do too. Diluted balanced liquid fertilizer once a month. It seems like everyone asks to, all the plant guides tell you to use a diluted form of fertilizer. And I think that's smart because I burned a couple of my bonsai by accident because I put a teaspoon instead of a quarter teaspoon per gallon on my bonsai. And it burned some of them pretty badly and they lost their leaves. So it took a while. They came back. I got lucky. But you have to be careful. Anyway, with good care, this plant right here, the baby's tears, can thrive for 5 or 10 years or longer, though many people refresh it every few years with cuttings to keep it full and healthy. It's a fast grower. In the right conditions, it can double in size within a season. All you have to do to propagate it is snip a piece, pop it in moist soil or water, and it will root quickly. So that's everything you wanted to know about baby's tears. And her name is Henrietta Bloomwell. So anyhow, we've got many other plants. This is Clementine Spriggle. She is a globe plant, a golden globe plant, because they have these pretty gold flowers. Sorry, I had to get a sip of my drink. Well, let's look around. We've got this lovely fern here. It's got some little growth in there. I need my stick. Here we go. There we go. Now I can point and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. This little thing and this little thing, those are just baby ferns. Baby fronds. And here they come, ready to face the world and take on new challenges. Freshen up my air. This is Cecilia. She's a pothos. She's growing very well. This is Winifred Petalwhisk. She is my asparagus fern, who is growing quite large in the skylight area that it's in. It's getting humongous. I have to back up to get it in frame. There we go. That is big. Time for another sip of water. I hate when I get a dry mouth. These are Pearl and Chester. I have some Wandering Jew and some blue creeping pilea, which is what these little creeping guys are. They're pretty. This is Tallulah Fernsby. She is a blue fern, and you can see why, because she has a blue cast to her. This is Gideon Rootsworth, my pitiful looking spider plant, because I just split this one off of this one, and that is Sir Percival Leaflet. Anyhow, they got split up, so they look rough right now, but they'll pop back into shape within a week or two, because spider plants are very, very versatile. They come back very easily. This is Miss Cordelia Sprout. She is a turtle vine, because they look like little turtles. Isn't that cute? I'm rooting some of that right now. And this is a Ripsalis, a mistletoe plant. This is the only one that I have from a certain greenhouse around town, but I'm not going to say who. Not happy with them. But anyhow, this is the only thing I have that's alive that's from there. Anyway, there's more stuff. This is my Boston fern, who's thriving, really, looking great. And then I have some eucalyptus here that's starting to branch off into two little pieces, so that's good. That's another pothos. I'm rooting that for my friend Missy. Hi, Miss. Lily that is not a lily, from my friend Elise. Hi, Elise. Looks like little lily pads. Yes, it does. You're right, miss. This is a Gerber daisy that still will not do anything. I have one little baby head coming out. See it down there? That's one flower. But it just doesn't seem to want to flower. It's after the season, so maybe it's just not going to at this point. I hope it does. I want it to flower one more time. Why not? I've got light on it. Anyhow, these are my air plants, a couple of them anyhow. This one's really doing well. Look at how much new growth I have on this thing. Pretty crazy. Down here I have a part of a parlor palm, a little one. And I have a succulent cup. And then I have some rhizomes in there to grow shamrocks. So we'll see if they come up a couple days from now. Then I have another parlor palm down here that looks like that. Pretty. This is Meve. She is another one of my spider plants, one that I haven't ripped apart lately. And then in here, I've got my fiber optic grass in a cool piece of glass, and my little pincushion aloe, or as I like to call it, bubble plant. That's Beaker and Egbert. Then this is Dottie Dewdrop. She is my ivy. This is Thorn. He is my spurge. I think it's an Indian spurge. My friend Jody gave me this. Thank you, Jody. Hope your foot gets better. But recently it started growing these little things. Here. These little things. These little leaves. I'm scared to touch this one because it's caustic. And if the juices get on you, it can burn your skin. So, yeah, I'll touch it with my stick, not with my finger. This one got nicked somehow. See the little white spot? I was redoing some of the glass stuff around it, and somehow it got nicked. And these are all round glass, so I don't understand how. Maybe one of them was broken. I don't know. Anyhow, yeah, it had white sap coming out of it, and I cleaned it off with a Q-tip because I just thought it was a bad thing to have it oozing. And it has a spot now, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Then we have Dickie Tim, my shamrocks, which are starting to go to sleep for the night already. Now down here is getting down to business. This is Myrtleford the Magnificent. He has awesome raised roots. Look at that. Somebody took some serious time creating this guy. And he's about due for a trim too. He's getting bushy. That'll be fun. This is Miss Prissy. She's neat. She is a false heather. And she flowers, although right now is not the right time. These are thistlewick and bramblethorn. Thistlewick and bramblethorn. They are jades. And they were some of the ones that got burned and came back. So that's good. Glad they came back. This is my gardenia. Looking very cute. Got it in a Campbell pottery bowl, because I think that those should be used, not just sit in the cupboard. They're so pretty. This one that I have the jade in is also a Campbell pottery bowl. Anyhow, then I've also got a sarissa right here and a jade right there. I love the jade pot. It's so different. Isn't that pretty? It's a piece of pottery that I got on Amazon. I think it's gorgeous. Then back here we have Scotty P, my largest ficus, who is very tall now, and he also needs a trim. This is Lady Lola Brigida Fairbranch, and she is a weeping cherry, but she's a Barbados weeping cherry. She's a tropical. So she will eventually grow more flowers because she just flowered. And several times a year we can look forward to her looking pretty. This is Lady Ophelia Fuzzlebranch. And I've got a couple air plants on her base. And she is my Japanese wisteria that's 10 years old. And the leaves look kind of pitiful. They're so light. But that's what I got. And so far it's living, so I just hope that next year when it grows its leaves in, they won't be all pale like this. I'm thinking it's just because it got shocked in shipping and, you know, stress on the plant. So, anyhow, I'm sure it'll come back after winter. This is Lilu. I got a couple more cigar boxes. Here's one of them. I think that one's a pretty one, especially with the red behind the bonsai. This is Gossamer. He's another bonsai that got burned. You can see the area right in here and right in here is where he's missing his leaves. But he's coming back for the most part. So that's good. Yeah, I hate when that happens. Now I'm terrified to use the fertilizer. I know I just have to use less. This is Sir Twiston Branch. He is a dwarf wisteria. So he's like a wisteria, but just much smaller. And he requires water every 3 days. So do the other ones. Some of the other ones that are tropical do too. Oh yeah, and I have a king snake plant right here. This is Irene. I have another one over there in the corner, and that is Josephine. And then we have King Lalabella right here. That is the ficus that I rooted and trained to grow in a circle. I think that's pretty neat, and he's got new growth coming out of the top here, right there. You can see it right there. And last but not least, this is Lord Plumpenbranch. Yep, he is my third ficus. And my friend Davey Ray said it looks like he's a butt. He does kind of look like a butt. I can see that. But he's just a ficus. So that's everybody. Oh wait, no, I missed one. Here is the other pothos. This one is really big now. I've been growing it for a while. It's very happy. So it's nice seeing you. I'm glad to visit again. I'm sorry it took so long, but I won't leave you again for that long, I promise. Okay, well, love ya. Bye.